My wife told me, "You're not strong enough to handle a powerful woman like me." I responded calmly, "Perhaps, but I'm strong enough to leave." A week later, I initiated divorce proceedings and asked her mother to move into the home she assumed she'd claim. Even her attorney couldn't help but chuckle when he reviewed the paperwork. I'm 34, and until 2 months ago, I was married to someone I believed was my equal. Her name was Sarah. We'd been together for 6 years, 4 of them as husband and wife. When we first met, her ambition and confidence drew me in. I've never been the type to demand the spotlight or control every discussion. I was content supporting her aspirations, her goals, and our shared vision for the future. But trouble brewed about a year ago when Sarah landed a promotion to senior manager at her firm. The role brought a hefty salary increase, a prestigious office, and it seemed an entirely new attitude. She began pointing out that she was now the primary earner, despite my own solid income. She'd belittle my opinions in front of others, cut me off mid-sentence, and treat me more like an incompetent subordinate than her spouse. I tried addressing it several times. Each attempt was futile. She'd either brush off my feelings or accuse me of being threatened by her achievements. I wasn't. I was genuinely proud of her, but I refused to tolerate disrespect in our marriage. The tipping point came 3 weeks ago on a Friday evening. We were at home planning the weekend. I suggested visiting my parents, whom we hadn't seen in over a month. Sarah dismissed the idea instantly. "I'm not spending my weekend driving 3 hours to sit in your parents' dull house," she said, eyes glued to her phone. "They're my parents, Sarah. They've been asking to see us." "Then go alone. I have more important things to do. It would mean a lot to them if we went together. It's been months." She looked up, her gaze icy. "You know your issue. You're too weak to handle a woman like me. You want some obedient little wife who follows your every whim. That's not me. I have priorities that don't involve playing perfect family with your parents." Something shifted inside me, not rage, but clarity. For months, I'd rationalized her behavior, blaming work stress, hoping she'd revert to her old self. But in that moment, I knew she wouldn't. This was who she'd become, and she had no intention of changing. "Maybe," I said evenly, "but I'm strong enough to walk away." She laughed, a sharp, mocking sound. "Walk away, please, you're not going anywhere, you depend on me." "We'll see." I left the living room, went to our bedroom, and started making calls. First to my lawyer friend, Michael, then to a property attorney he suggested, and finally to my accountant. By midnight, I had a strategy in place. Update 1: that weekend, I visited my parents alone. Sarah didn't even ask where I was headed, assuming I was running errands. At my parents' house, I shared the situation with them. My mom was devastated but unsurprised. She'd noticed Sarah's dismissive attitude during recent visits. "You deserve better," Mom said. "Marriage should be a partnership." My dad was blunter. "Get out now, son. Life's too short for someone who doesn't value you." I spent the weekend exchanging emails with my lawyer, reviewing documents. Here's where it gets intriguing. The house we lived in was solely in my name. I'd purchased it 2 years before our marriage with savings and a modest inheritance from my grandfather. When we wed, Sarah said there was no need to add her. This is short video. To watch the full story, click on the link below.